Hey, I'm Father Dan, and I'm here to answer your burning questions. So my hometown, Vancouver. Well, I still say it's the best city in the world. In the summertime, it's beautiful. The weather is amazing. You can be down by the ocean. You can be hiking in the mountains. Unfortunately, in the winter and in the fall, it's just about rainy every single day. But Vancouver, it's a big city. Always stuff going on. Any neighborhood in the town, you'll find there's some street festivals, especially in the summer. Just different things going on. So, my favorite meal. I love to eat just about anything, but if I could choose just one cuisine, I'd have to go with Italian. I can eat Italian food just about every day.
And I understand you are like kind of the chef around the house of the companions. I know that Father Simon has talked about that before. Are you living up to your role in the past as being a celebrated chef in your household?
Yeah, after 3 years of being away, the priests are finally eating again in the house. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we've been taking turns cooking, and praise God, a lot of us do like to cook, including Father Isaac. And yeah, actually these last few weeks, people have been very, very generous in donating us some food. So the extent of my cooking these last few weeks is popping something in the oven and reheating it for an hour. So there you go. My favorite Bible verse has to be Luke chapter 5, verse 4. It's the call of St. Peter, and Jesus tells St. Peter, put out into the deep water and let down your nets for a catch. That's my favorite Bible verse because it's very close to my own conversion story. I relate a lot to St. Peter, and that particular call of St. Peter I found has been very relevant in different seasons of my life, including my call to discern the priesthood and eventually to be ordained as a priest. To unwind, I will play just about any sport. So for me, getting out there and doing something physical is very relaxing. Particularly on my day off, I make sure to go to the gym, and as weird as this might sound, after a long workout and expending a ton of energy, I find that's when I'm most relaxed. I'll go for the cheap answer. My hero is Jesus.
It works.
Ooh, that's a tough question. I definitely would not ride a horse, so that's easy enough. Car or a bike? I like riding bikes, but I think it depends on the weather. I do cycle, but never in the rain. So if it's raining, I'll go in a car. If we're going far, I'll go in a car. But if it's nice and sunny outside and I have the time, I will definitely hop on my bike. Ooh, that's a good question. So back in the day, when I used to waste a lot of money on clothing and shoes and whatnot, I must have had at least 20 pairs of shoes. I think, maybe even more. And then my brother also had a ton of pairs of shoes, so I would borrow his. But these days, I might have 5 or 6 for different purposes. So I have my runners, I have my dress shoes, I have my bike cleats, and whatever else, but try to keep it minimal. Oh, cake or pie? I think most often I would go with pie unless the cake is dark chocolate, because I love dark chocolate. Father Simon. No, it's a lot of fun living with Father Simon. He's a great brother to have. He's always got something on the go in the house, and he's always kind of looking out for what needs to be taken care of or what needs to be fixed. And so he's good to live with because things seem to be taken care of. I want to go back to Spain and walk this pilgrimage called the Camino, which I already did before, but for some reason I feel my heart being drawn to walk it again. For me, in this last 2 months or first 2 months of being a priest, I found it just super edifying and powerful to celebrate the Mass. It still is very surreal being on one side of the altar that I've never been on up until I was a priest, and to celebrate Mass, looking out at the people and to make present the Eucharist for me is just such a privilege, and super, super joyful to do it. I would say actually maybe from someone we all know, Father Alex, when I was discerning the priesthood and having my own struggles with my call. Father Alex gave me a lot of good advice, and one thing he said to me that maybe would be helpful for some people, he said that God's calling for us is not something that we have to go out and look for, but it's actually already in our hearts, and all discernment is getting rid of the junk that seems to be blocking the way and finding out the call that God's already put on our heart. I would probably be one of the first ones to die. I don't watch enough zombie apocalypse movies to be an expert, but I do run, so maybe that would be helpful for me. If I can run away faster than other people, maybe I'll survive a little bit longer than being the first person to die. I'm gonna go with yes. I do think there's some other life on other planets. Haven't thought about it much, but I'm gonna go with yes. Ooh, probably a Disney song, only because I'm not a huge fan of karaoke, and if I sing a Disney song, everybody else will sing with me. I'm gonna go with summer. Again, because I love physical activity and being outside, summer is the best time. Although I'm also a snowboarder, so winter comes as a close second. Probably Christmas. Just getting together at Christmas time is always such a joy, and I think especially in the recent years of being a seminarian where I don't live at home with my family, getting to come home for Christmas has always been a great joy. Ooh. With my family, the best vacation might have to be Hawaii. We had a great time going to Hawaii back in 2016. By myself, it would have to be walking this pilgrimage, the Camino in Spain.
Okay, that's all our questions.
All right, awesome. Well, peace out.